Okay, good morning, and welcome to the third cup. You say it's 47 degrees. Hmm. I stayed up till about 3 or 4 in the morning. It was fairly pleasant. I could keep my hands outside the bag. I was watching various videos. Just didn't feel like going to sleep. It was warm enough to enjoy. It was at about 4 o'clock. 4:30, it started getting kind of windy and chilly, and so I think I got a chance to sleep about maybe 3 or 3.5, 4 hours. I was, and after my first cup of tea, yeah, actually that joint lasted. I got high off of it 3 times. I got buzzed this morning. I've been actually distracted about the last 20 or 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I have no idea what time it is. It's got to be like 10:30 by now, and it's still nasty. It's been this way since about 4 o'clock this morning. The air was real dense and misty, and you know, not my hands are cold right now. Just not my cup of tea. During the night. During most of the wind was still and temperatures were reasonable, and or at least relatively, because of the lack of wind chill. Right now there's a pretty strong wind chill, about 6 to 8 miles an hour, 9 miles an hour, coming right over my left shoulder, which means it's out of the pretty much north, almost dead north. So yeah, it's a little chilly. There's some I'm going to talk anyway. Uh, I'm sorry, I got kind of distracted because actually he did actually carry through and sent me uh, a the satellite, map to Esperanza Village. There's a place, but problem is it's in Austin. It's not just in Austin. I think it'd be southeast Austin. I haven't backed out from I just centered in real close and counted how many units were there. It seems to be about 80 of those little tiny homes. They're back to back in rows, and they're right on a large public street. It's uh, not much different than what I'm doing right now, other than you have some walls to block your view of the birds and the bees and the passing sometimes highly entertaining people with their hairdos and their ear gauges and their piercings and their body art. I find that amusing, really, honestly. It's disgusting, but amusing. Uh, I got a feeling it's going to be like this all day. It's within the last 15, 20 minutes, I'm going like, yeah, I think I could eat, which means I need to start cooking. Air feels so damn damp. It is. The streets are damp. There, there's that much precipitation or accumulation. The streets are damp, even despite traffic trying to keep them dry. Oh gosh, I finally plugged in a new battery. I'm down to my last fully charged battery. I'm sorry, I'm dicking around with my sleeping bag here instead of taking care of business. Yeah, that did it. See, now I got my selfie stick grabbed from inside my sleeping bag. Oh, booger time. I have not washed my face this morning. A nice hot towel, especially if I rubbed on coconut oil right after that, would probably make my face feel a lot better. Except I can't stand it. Part of it, if I get some of that oil or grease in my eyes, I don't like that. It does happen sometimes when you're being overly, like we used to do in athletics. That's why I'm anti-greasy skin feeling kind of. I love it when chicks are all silky smooth and lotioned up, but I'm not going to be licking that lotion off of you. I have no desire to. Women in their products or can be kind of toxic sometimes. Yeah, I know that sounds bad. I don't give a shit. It is true though. It's anybody who gets into too much product and too much covering their body with shit all the time. It makes you kind of asocial. Might want to hug on you, but that's about as close as I'm getting. Anyway, I don't know why I said that. Yeah, it's steadily. I haven't even really checked the forecast, but I know what the forecast was today. No, I think they were originally saying it was going to get up to like 60 today, but I think they mean late in the fucking day, like it has for the last couple of nights. It'll warm up at night. The wind will slow down and stabilize. It's been several nights now. I think 3 nights we've had, some stability at night and temperature and lack of wind chill and boring. I want to tell a story or two. I just completely forgot them the minute I started rolling the video. I'm going to have to go to the store within the next couple of 3 hours. I dread it. I really haven't moved. I haven't been out of this sleeping bag and out of this chair. How long? I think since about 4 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock yesterday. Even then I ain't sure, because I tend to get the things I need right next to me. And I use my left arm as rehab to do all that stuff, because it's what I would normally do. My right hand is the strongest and stuff, and I've trained, but I don't keep hardly anything on the right. Also, that's due to, I want to hide that from oncoming traffic. I'm constantly thinking how to keep my impact and profile here as low as possible. But then again, I have these moments where I think, Pflugerville knows it lucked out, because for about 570 days, they've let an old man with a gimp arm and gimp legs sit here under this tree, knowing that old man is really anti-drunk and disorderly, or meth raging, too. Let's throw that in there while we're at it. Drunk and disorderly and meth raging is just it's the same wherever I go. It's really not permitted in my space. If you're getting up in my face and shit like that, I'm going to be sitting there with my, probably in the scabbard, but with my, one hand on a fucking fillet knife, because you're scaring the shit out of me with your drunken and disorderly behavior. I don't trust you. Life has taught me not to trust people who are drunk and disorderly. I don't really party in public much. It doesn't really. It's happened. I can't deny it happened. It was a natural occurrence at the King Rat scene at the 614 East Koenig Lane, 7-Eleven, right across from Leaf Johnson. Like not all, but a huge part of the DPS used to stop and fuel up there. A lot of cops, the sheriff's department. And it'd be fucking punks out there like throwing rocks at them and fucking fuck you pig and shit. And it was riotous most of the time. I've enjoyed the peace and quiet I've been able to achieve here in Pflugerville compared to Austin, anywhere in Austin. I don't give a shit. It doesn't have to be East Austin. It could be anywhere in Austin. They're fucking a highly assaultive, annoying, abusive, abrasive, obnoxious culture. They're kind of like San Francisco when it's, after the 60s. They were, even during the 60s, a lot of them hippies was obnoxious motherfuckers. I've told you about how contentious people were during the 60s. Yeah, they really just, I think that falls under even narcissism, where it's that there are people that are always sure that they have the answer, that their answer is the only answer. Yeah, by the way, if you're a student of my face, that's what I would tell you. You ever notice a lot of times this, number one, I'm dominant eye, left dominant eye, and this kind of droops here. Do you ever wondered why that is? I'm going to probably finish it here at 10 minutes. You ever wonder why that is? It's because football is right-handed. They're coming at me usually from my right, trying to push me to their left and out of the way. That ain't happening. So I used to, on any typical play, I'd get at least 10 to 20 to 30 headbutts in battling the 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 men that had to make impact with me to control me in a football game. And it's always, pretty much always on the right side. So, and that eye is just kind of here to keep the other one company. And frequently it's it's in defocus. Actually, it's usually your non-dominant eye that blows in glaucoma first, primary opening of glaucoma. You would think it was the dominant eye, the hardest working eye, but no, it's actually the non-dominant eye that's most likely to blow. Man, my head is full of all kind of just fucking shit that you would find boring, but I've had learned in order just to preserve my own fucking eyesight. It's been a real struggle with these motherfuckers. Now I'm on a ramble that I like. Because they have all these drugs and shit, especially the pain relievers, that can just blind me, either temporarily or permanently. You never know when it's going to be permanent. Oh gosh, I have to really be careful around doctors, or they will. I even had to tell my mother's doctor that she was giving her an antibiotic when there is no antibiotic to treat the strain that she's talking about. And I warned her that it could cause aphakia. And my mom, she got real upset, the doctor did. But I was pointing out is that you're giving her a drug for a virus that has no treatment. You're giving her an antibiotic when she doesn't need it. And then my mom developed aphakia. That means non-lentil shape, not perfectly round. And the irides, the pupils. And my mom's eye went to looking like an alien eye. It was like a horizontal slit kind of. I warned the doctor, and I fired that doctor, the same doctor that wanted to talk with me in front of other staff and patients. She wouldn't let me so I could tell her that, please, I hold my mother's power of attorney. My mother's going to stop taking these antibiotics if she doesn't, you can't treat the strain that she has. My mom had the herpetic strain that causes Bell's palsy. My brother Charlie had it, and so did John David Crow. That's where I see the passage of transmission in my family. From John David Crow to my brother Charlie in the 49er locker room and the Aggie locker room. And then the one time that my brother Charlie hugged his mother, he transmitted Bell's palsy, herpes simplex to her that causes Bell's palsy. It's facial paralysis. Mockingbird. Yeah, it's been pretty gassy this morning, but anyway, I really just fucked that doctor good. I really just. My mom was always so proud of me because, if I told the doctor it was going to happen, or if I told the doctor that they was fucking my mom up, that they better back off, they backed off. My mom was still so obedient to those pieces of shit. It took me a long time to convince her, you don't need to take any glaucoma medicine at all, Mom. She doesn't. She gets enough from just being around me smoking pot all the time. My mother was a straight-laced woman who drank one beer in her life and said, that tastes horrible. And never smoked, never cussed, never drank, but was damn tolerant of those of us who do. Like, my dad wasn't foul-mouthed at all. He was a shit or a damn was about the closest you'd get out of him. Dad, you'd have to be really pissed off. You'd have to bust the knuckles. Boy, mechanics used to be it still is brutal. Anyway, that doctor fucked up my mom's eye. I just walked in there and I said, may I speak to Dr. So-and-so? And she approached the window. I said, I'm Thomas Kenneth Kruger, attorney in fact for Nora Kruger. You're fired. You're discharged. You'll have it in writing by the end of the day, notarized. That's how I dealt with her, Dr. Robinson, and a whole bunch of other doctors. Because when I hold the legal power to make my mother's decisions, which she has given to me, because when you're ill, you're under pressure. You're not fully competent. My mother trusted only one person, me, especially to deal with doctors. Who better of all her children? I know my dad was proud. There goes someone walking by. I know my dad was proud of me because you just know that's kind of. So I was really kind of his last. I was really his only son that really kind of just palled around with him and wasn't a little turd to him. No, really, my brothers are turds. They really are. I'm the white sheep of the family. Seriously. Anyway, I'll let you go. That's 15, 16 minutes. Please hit like, subscribe, pound that like button to death, share with the whole world, and don't forget to buy your membership. Don't. Okay. I'll see you guys later. I got to start cooking. It takes me about a half hour. It'll be rice and beef. It'll still take me about 25, 30 minutes to get it right. That mockingbird's driving me nuts by hopping close to me. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. It's going to be a long day. It's already, midday. It's not even warm. I'm still in the fart sack. I can still see my breath. Cool, moist air. Birds are driving me nuts. I miss the birds around my home. They're a lot more entertaining. But then again, he wants me to go into this. He suggested it's about 80 units probably. Quick count. Just a strip of these tiny homes that are. Actually, that's doable, except for the problem is that I'm stuck in Austin. And I'm far away from the one place where I know I can get the foods that I depend upon daily. And especially, I think the kefir is something I really got to have. Anytime I eat insoluble fiber, I got to have that before and after. I'll let y'all go. There ain't much happening today. I'll be lucky if I got the. It's supposed to warm up, though. I'll give that to them. They're claiming it's going to warm up. Do I think that'll happen? I don't think so. Anyway, hanging in there. Do I have a choice? Do I really have a choice other than survival? Is there another option that doesn't include me going to a funny farm or having to step in front of a bus or something? You know how hard it would be for me to even really get in front of a bus, to cover that much space that quickly? It ain't gonna happen.